Okay, everyone, welcome to this channel, this CaritasAthena. We are here on day 2. We're out in nature here. It's my backyard, and there may be a raven squawking out and about, doing what they do in this neighborhood. So, welcome, my dear lovekin, as I call you, and I'm excited to have you join me today on this special session where we evoke the goddess within to balance with our divine masculine within, as we are these sacred beings in trinity of masculine, feminine, and our own inner spirit divine child within. And in this trinity that we stand in as this I call it the meat suit, the spirit in the meat suit. Hey, it is what it is, right? But yeah, so anyways, it's just a way that I am honoring this triflowed flame that is within each one of us, and the mother-father aspect, and us as child, and then the own infinite and innate masculine feminine energies within. And as I progress and evolve in this channel, we're going to continue to bring to awareness and clarity and rising understanding this balanced energy, because it's really important that we each learn and grow into our own sovereign independence, and in our own God Goddess states, king and queens that we are, and really learn to absorb energy as a very independent journey and experience. So the more people come to awareness and to their truth, that they are their own sovereign beings, and that are very much in need of self-care, self-love, self-empowerment, and learn how to find yourself once again, so that each one of us needs to unveil that true essence of a sovereign essence, so that when each one of us has come to an independent state of getting to know ourselves, learning to love ourselves, and really going within on these solo journeys of introspection and inner investigations and contemplation, and not many people, more and more people are coming to terms with this reality, and it's fascinating, because even in schools they're having meditations, and yoga's getting a lot more popular, and that is basically what I'm talking about here. This isn't a religious journey. This isn't a something based on a belief system. This is just natural, and I am featuring all these little icons that show up on my table here, and as you can see, they're from pretty much very many different religions or belief systems. I don't use them because I'm not religious. I've got Jewish, I've got Tibetan, I've got Hindu, I've got Christianity, I've got nature, and angelic. So with the goddess deck, which is nature, they call it the nature religion, if you will. So it's not about religion. I've got crystals here, and it's a spiritual journey, because life is energy. It's the physical world and the non-physical world, 50-50, if you will. Manifested potentiality, unmanifested potentiality, and it's very, for all intents and purposes, it's a universal truth, that there is things that are seen and things that are unseen, and you can't. That's nothing that can be really denied. Okay, so because love is real, but it's not tangible. So because you feel something that you can't explain. It's that type of energy that I'm really tapping into here with us, because, and I just use these elements because Mother Nature is well, she's our playground, she's our home, and this planet that we all share, that is one thing we all have in common. If we have nothing in common, we have that. We're all in some shape or form humans and spiritual beings, because as we know, when we do go on to, pass on and go into that person doesn't just disappear out of our hearts. That person just doesn't disappear out of our minds. People who have gone before live on. So, these energies that we're, expressing and exposing, and, Mother Mary, she was a real person 2,000 years ago. And she happens to be a teacher of mine who I have come into awareness, and plus I do believe in past lives, and I was, this is she's family to me. Okay, so my grandmother's name is Mary, and so it's the sake of Mary, and she happens to be a very prominent being in my life, because I consider her universal mother, and she comes in the form of many faces throughout all of history and religions, and so it's her energy, as I mentioned in the my first video. I'll feature that down below, just the very first. It was 4-part series there, but I'll just feature the first introduction there, so you get a taste of where I'm coming from on some of this on my channel here. That it's not about being goddess-centric or feminine-centric, but it's just about embracing, the feminine within us in harmony to balance with the masculine. So, and it's the sacred feminine, holy grail, if you will, that is rising in our current energy space, to balance in with the masculine paradigm and the old patriarchal society and this type of stuff, which has been very prominent and predominant, and there's no sugarcoating that, there's no denying that, because that's just the reality of our history. And this is her story now too, and so it's both. It's about coming into harmony. It's not one taking over the other, or overpowering anybody. It's just coming into a balanced power with each other, and the combination of the unification of a masculine and feminine. So I do feature these my readings here that I'm going to be sharing with you. They are with this goddess deck, which I thought was really special, because I am really wanting to introduce this aspect of our humanity, and having the masculine and feminine alike embrace the feminine, and come to know what the feminine is within each of us is important. So I am being a feminine myself, and just adoring and loving the beautiful brothers and kings, emperors, I can call them, in this type of sovereignty that I feel each one of us are capable of being, as we apply ourselves and go through our own progression of our journeys. That I just adore the entire human race as a whole, and all of nature and the elements. So that being said, this is my second show, so I'm kind of getting a little bit more involved in the background here of where I'm coming from, and we're going to go ahead and get into a nice little. Hopefully, these videos are going to be less than 15 minutes, because I'm committed to doing these short videos here. And if I do go over a little bit, then I'll have to put it on a playlist. I'm just having some technical difficulties with YouTube, and even though I've been approved for the longer versions, it doesn't seem to be clicking for me on my channel, so I'm having some tech snafu there. And being Mercury retrograde right now isn't helping, so I'm just going to go with the flow here. And anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just let you know that what I'm doing here is I am calling all the elements to guide and support us, and being an oracle of light, of living light that I am as a priestess as well, and committing myself to being this spokes daughter of nature, speaking in the nature of Caritas, which is universal love, and Athena as the goddess of wisdom and truth, and patroness of the arts. This is who I represent here in this channel, and I welcome you again to being here with me, because we are all connected. We are all family. I consider each one of you, as I say, love kin to me, okay, because that is the one energy that there's music and math and science is the universal language, but as we all know, so is love. And maybe that's the most special of all, right? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull messages for us, and then give an intuitive interpretation. I'm going to be pulling a goddess oracle card from the Klipper and Reed Goddess Power deck there, and have one of the goddesses of antiquity grace us with a message, and then we're pulling a Mother Mary Queen of Angels card from During Virtue. And then I will also go into my nature cards with the dragonfly and a couple art cards that will be also shared. And from this little collection that I have here, which will be something that I created myself, and I will pull a message for that. So we have the elemental nature in the dragonfly energy, which is our beautiful transformative and a transcendent magical creature that the beautiful dragonfly is. It represents so much beauty, and it's just an amazing energy. And I will feature actually in this little presentation today a video that I will attach in this playlist form, which I tend to sometimes do a lot. It just seems to be my style, is I will create these videos in playlist form because they have other well, I'll include another chapter here because this one's going to probably go over a little bit. And I will include a video that from YouTube that helps tell the story, helps move us along with the journey and clarify some of the energy. It could be a song, it could be another video that I've seen from another channel, be it just generic or informational, or like I said, a song from just any artist. I like all kinds of music. It doesn't really matter. It's all genre, but it's all like a guided message that enhances the message of the day, and kind of goes along to tell the story. And they're all guided, like I said, from a higher source and spiritual connectivity to the energy at hand. So they're not random. I don't just go, oh, this is a favorite song of mine, kind of stuff. It's not like that. It's something that's a lot more purposed, but something that comes, and I just go with it as I am intuitively led to do so. So that's what we're going to do. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and also pull a message from the Birds of Beauty, which is this incredible book that I helped co-produce with a mystic and an oracle of light teacher, world teacher. Okay, so there's going to be we're going to pull a message with light language, okay, which is the universal tongue of the highest dimension. And the birds will have a message from that also to sing a song, and that will be an intonement at the end of our session. So that is once again, the very long drawn out prep of what we're about to go through here. And there's general energies that I will be feeling out throughout, on the day that I will do these readings. I'm going to try my best to do 3 readings a week, get them out when I can. And if there's a particular energy that I wake up to, or that is inspired, given to me by other, or energy just at the moment, then I will present that, and that might very well be indicative of the messages that we get at this particular session. There's a very powerful energy of autonomy and freedom is the very poignant energetics of the day that I'm sure a lot of us can appreciate and resonate with and feel drawn to that movement. That is actually very important, that each one of us kind of come into this, like I was calling it, sovereign independence, and feeling free to just be who you are. And so that's definitely the energy that we're going to be possibly maybe working with, and it'll likely grace my my readings and my intuitive guidance that I'll get from these messages. But I just wanted to throw those out to you right now. And we just have a minute on the clock, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that right now, and then we will go ahead and do the oracle reading on the next video. So thanks again for joining me, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and pull the Goddess card and the Queen of Angels card to start off our reading, and we will see what the energy of the Sacred Feminine has to share with us today. We'll see you on the other side. Back soon.